The Baby Ultimatum, a journey of love and resilience. Amoka and David had been married for less than a year when the pressure from David's mother, Mama Grace, began. From the moment they returned from their honeymoon, Mama Grace didn't shy away from dropping hints about grandchildren. "You know, Amoka, I was already carrying David when I was your age," Mama Grace said one afternoon, as she sipped tea in their living room. Amoka forced a smile and nodded politely, though the comment stung. She loved David deeply and had always dreamed of having a family with him, but the constant reminders from his mother were beginning to weigh on her. At first, Amoka and David brushed off Mama Grace's comments. "She means well," David would say, squeezing Amoka's hand reassuringly. "Let's not let her get to us." But as months passed without the news of a pregnancy, Mama Grace's subtle hints turned into outright demands. One evening, after dinner, Mama Grace called Amoka into the kitchen. "Amoka," she began, her tone firm, "it's been almost a year since the wedding. What's going on? Why haven't you given my son a child yet?" Amoka's face flushed with embarrassment. "Mama, we are trying. These things take time," she replied, trying to keep her voice steady. Mama Grace wasn't satisfied. "Time," she scoffed. "How much time do you need? Do you even know how to keep a home, let alone give my son a child? A man like David deserves a family." Amoka felt tears prick her eyes, but she refused to let them fall. She loved David, and she knew he loved her too. But she couldn't shake the feeling that she was failing him, and now his mother was making sure she felt the weight of that failure every day. David, to his credit, tried to shield Amoka from the worst of his mother's remarks. "Mama, please," he said during one heated exchange, "this is between me and Amoka. We are doing everything we can." But Mama Grace was relentless. "If Amoka can't give you children, David, then you need to think about your future. You're my only son. Who will carry on our family name if she can't do her duty?" Amoka overheard those words one night and broke down in their bedroom. "David, I don't know how much more of this I can take," she sobbed. "Your mother hates me because I haven't given her grandchildren. Do you hate me too?" David knelt beside her, holding her tightly. "Amoka, I could never hate you. This isn't your fault. It's not anyone's fault. Mama is just old-fashioned and stubborn. But I love you, and that's what matters." Despite David's reassurances, the tension in their home grew unbearable. Mama Grace started making sly suggestions about alternative solutions. One day, she even introduced David to a young woman from their village, bringing her to the house under the pretense of a casual visit. "This is Ada," Mama Grace said with a smile, eyeing Amoka. "She's a good girl from a respectable family. She knows how to take care of a man and give him what he needs." Amoka felt her heart shatter. She looked at David, silently pleading with him to stand up for her. To her relief, he did. "Mama," David said firmly, "this is completely unacceptable. I'm married to Amoka, and no one else. If you can't respect that, then maybe you shouldn't visit us for a while." Mama Grace was furious. She stormed out of the house, leaving a cloud of tension behind. But her absence didn't erase the damage her words had done. Amoka and David decided to seek help from a fertility specialist. They knew the journey ahead wouldn't be easy, but they were determined to face it together. The doctor assured them that their situation wasn't hopeless, but it would require patience and treatment. As the months went by, Amoka focused on her health and leaned on David for support. Meanwhile, Mama Grace continued to meddle from afar, spreading rumors in the family about Amoka's barrenness and pressuring David to reconsider his stance. One day, Amoka overheard a conversation between David and his mother on the phone. "Mama," he said, his voice full of frustration, "I married Amoka because I love her. Children or no children, she's my wife, and that's final. If you can't accept that, then you're the one who's going to lose me." Those words gave Amoka the strength to keep going. She realized that no matter what happened, she had a partner who truly loved her and would fight for their marriage. After 2 years of treatments, prayers, and unwavering support from David, Amoka finally held the positive pregnancy test in her hands. Tears streamed down her face as she showed it to David, who lifted her into his arms with joy. When Mama Grace was told the news, her demeanor softened, though the scars of her earlier words lingered. Amoka decided to forgive her for the sake of peace, but she never forgot the pain she had endured. As Amoka cradled her newborn months later, she realized that her journey had made her stronger than she ever thought possible. She and David had weathered the storm together, and their love had emerged unshaken. Mama Grace, holding her grandchild for the first time, finally said, "Amoka, you've made me very proud." It was a moment of healing, but for Amoka, the true victory was knowing that she had fought for her happiness and won.